Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are, remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another HABS Daily News with your hockey coach, Guru, Coach Frenchy. Today, episode number 98. We're going to talk about, guys, the HABS off-season. It's not over yet. Then I'm going to talk again about SLAFKOVSKY, one Hall of Famer. Talk about him. I'm going to talk about my dark horse for the Montreal Canadiens for the upcoming training camp October. Then I'm going to talk about the World Junior Championship 2022, some update. And finally, of course, at the end, today we're going to talk about NHL news, but we don't have a lot of new signature. It's going to be about some rumor around the league. So don't go nowhere. Hey, you know what's coming. Please click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show, and below this video, please tell me what you think about the episode number 98. And let's dive in talking about the first subject of the day. Here we go. 2022 off-season is not over yet. What are you talking about, coach? But I'm talking about the Montreal Canadiens, what the general manager can use, have to do some other move in the next couple of weeks before the season starts. Talk about the signature Kirby Dach, Caden Primo. The over salary cap for the Montreal Canadiens is another big concern at this moment. They have other decisions. What happened with Carey Price? What could happen with Paul Biron? Then, can they make some trade? Can Joel Armia or Mike Hoffman, Jake Allen, Josh Anderson, or maybe some player could be trade before the season starts? Then, the second thing they need to do, and I think it's going to be announced at the golf tournament of the Montreal Canadiens, I believe they're going to announce the new captain for the upcoming season. Who are you talking about? Possible Gallagher, possible Nick Suzuki, possible Joel Edmondson. All the three names, I think they could become the next captain for the Montreal Canadiens. And finally, for me, the next biggest thing is to watching the HABS Rookie Challenge Tournament in Buffalo in September. Why? Because you have a lot of rookies have a possibility and opportunity to be part of the roster for the upcoming year. Talking about Caden Coley, Gerard SLAFKOVSKY. That's a big name right there. And then, of course, other players looking what they're going to do over there. Possible to have a spot inside of the next upcoming season for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's move on now, guys, for the next subject of the day. The next one, guys, is my dark horse. What are you talking about? It's because nobody talk about him. Never. Never, never, never. They're always talking about SLAFKOVSKY, Jesse Allen as the forward, or other rookies around the team. But they never mention this name, the RHP, the Raphael Harvey Pinard. I call him the Laval Lager, Brendan Gallagher 2.0. He's the next one inside the Montreal Canadiens. And I understand the Montreal Canadiens, when they're going to sign Kirby Dach, they will have 15 forward. Yeah, no spot for him. But, geez, he is really the one where the Montreal Canadiens are looking for the future. I call him my dark horse. He's the one can make its fun at some point in the next 3 years. With the Montreal Canadiens, everybody talk about the first round pick, talk about the second round pick. They never mention that name, Raphael Harvey Pinard. He is my dark horse. He's the one who's going to take the spot at Brendan Gallagher in the next 12 to 36 months for the Montreal Canadiens. Let's move on to the next subject of the day. Let's talk about Gerard SLAFKOVSKY. We know he was named the Player of the Year in Slavoka. But you have an interview, some article talk about SLAFKOVSKY, and it came from the Hall of Famer, MARIAN HOSSA. Praise SLAFKOVSKY. He believes he's going to start the season with the Montreal Canadiens next season. He said he should be in NHL. He's the first overall pick. Montreal should be patient with him, but he should be a part of the next roster for the upcoming year for the Montreal Canadiens 2022-2023. Then he talked about the play, how he played, and he said everybody compare him to Jaromir Jagr. the way he protect the puck, how strong he is with his leg and everything like that. And then he said, look, one thing he remind me a lot if his skating is exactly like Richard Zepnik, ex-NHL player in NHL. And he said, look, when you watch him skating, his stride, he really looked like a Zepnik. So he said, for me, he's a mix between Zepnik and Jagr. That's give you a great hockey player in NHL. Montreal Canadiens should be proud to select SLAFKOVSKY, and I predict he's going to be a part of the roster for the upcoming year, 2022-2023. This is coming for the Hall of Famer, MARIAN HOSSA. We know he was born in Slovakia, and he said, look, this is our next future player in NHL from our country. But now let's move on to the next subject of the day. Here we go, guys. We have 3 games yesterday in the World Junior Championship. First of all, Team Canada, Team USA, and Team Germany win their game, and Canada beat by a score 5-1 Czechia. Mason McDavid, again, the captain, scored 2 goals. He is really the best player so far in this tournament. Team USA beat Austria by a score of 7-0. Easy game for them. And finally, Team Germany beat Switzerland by a score of 3-2. Very important game for the Germany. The next game for Team Canada is going to be Monday against Finland. And this game is really important because the winner of this game is going to finish first in Group A, and is going to jumping again, play again number 4 on the Group B for the quarterfinals. So really important for Team Canada win this game against Finland. Let's move on for the next subject of the day. Here we go, guys. Today, about the NHL news today, we have only a couple of news. First of all, 2 signatures from the Vegas Golden Knights, 2 minor, Lecheskin and Paul Cotter for a 2-way contract. But I want to talk a little bit more about the NHL rumor around the league, and I have a couple of things for you. First of all, the Washington Capitals is now officially announced Nicklas Backstrom is going to be out for the year. And the manager said we need to adapt, find a way to consist to play without the veteran players, Nicklas Backstrom. Pittsburgh is over salary cap at this moment, are looking now to shrink their cap, and they're looking maybe make a one more move before the upcoming season. We don't know which one. We have to talk about Jason Zucker, Kapanen. That's other players going to be looking for maybe another trade. And finally, Vegas Golden Knights, another bad news after Robin Lehner is out for the year. They announced yesterday Nolan Patrick is going to be out for the upcoming year. We know Patrick, second overall pick a couple of years ago, never been that kind of player because injuries after injuries, concussion after concussion. This could be the end of his career in NHL, unfortunately. And it's another situation where now, for the upcoming year, the Vegas Golden Knights have Shea Weber, they have Robin Lehner, and Nolan Patrick out on the long-term injury reserve. They're going to get about $40 million to spend on the players. If they want to add additional players, they may be looking for a trade for a goaltender or possible to sign a UFA. They have a couple of more players right now. They are not signed. It would be interesting, Vegas, what kind of move they're going to do. This complete, guys, all the news and the NHL news today. Here we go. Episode number 98 complete. We talk about French subject for the Montreal Canadiens and, of course, the World Junior Championship update and the NHL news. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. But before we leave, we want to remind you, don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Show. Leave me a comments about the episode number 98. And, of course, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, blessing day, everybody.